If you found this video, it means you're having pain on the pinky side of your wrist, and it might be due to your extensor carpi ulnaris. So your extensor carpi ulnaris is a muscle that connects from your pinky finger, runs all the way down and connects to your lateral epicondyle, and this is called your common extensor origin. All the muscles on the top of the forearm connect here. And for years as a weightlifter, I've been getting pain intermittently on my wrist here, usually with dipping movements, pushing movements, even with gripping the bar. And it's a very common injury, and I see a lot of patients with this issue. So I'm gonna run through my exact protocol to strengthen this tendon and to prevent the pain. So I've been doing this protocol for a few weeks now, and my wrist pain is gone. Very simple protocol, and it's a progression system. So over time, as you get stronger, you'll add more weight. Before we start anything, let's talk about what tendons are. So if we look at the graph here, your muscles are nice red bellies, and that's due to blood supply, and your tendons are the part that connect that muscle belly to your bone. So if you notice, your tendons are nice and white in color, and this is due to decrease in blood supply. So your tendon doesn't get as much blood as your muscle. Your muscle, after a workout, takes about 3 to 4 days to recover. Tendons can take anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks to recover. And due to the increased recovery time, you can overload and increase the load on a tendon, and it gives you wear and tear, leading to some tendinopathy or some sort of pain. So the first thing we're going to address is the load management. So if you've suddenly increased the amount of load on the tendon, it can take anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks to adapt. First thing you have to do is check your protocol. If you've suddenly increased the amount on your wrist, you need to drop it by about 50% to start with, and then slowly add more as we go. That's just load management. Let's go through stuff you can add to your program to actually decrease the pain. Due to where the muscle inserts, it works to extend the wrist, and it also works to ulnarly deviate the wrist. Those two movements are the main movements we're going to work with. The first exercise protocol is isometric. So if you come into the clinic, the first thing I would recommend would be to introduce isometrics. An isometric contraction is when you contract the muscle, but you don't lengthen it and you don't shorten the muscle, looking to engage those tendons. And there are studies that if you follow this protocol, it will reduce the pain and also strengthen the tendon. If you continue this protocol and progress it, it will lead to pain-free tendon. First thing we're going to do is wrist extension. I usually use a cable machine or a band machine, so very light, you don't need too much weight. And in this position, you're going to just extend the wrist to about 45 degrees. You don't want to be end range because that's really shortening it, and a lot of people get pain. Somewhere in between there or neutral is perfect, and you don't want to be fully flexed. So starting with a very light weight, holding it to about 45 degrees, and you're going to hold this for about 30 seconds. So we only got about 5 kilos on here at the moment. And the main thing you want to do is you want to hold this position 30 seconds, ideally minimal pain. So I don't recommend above a 4 or 5 out of 10 pain. And you're going to feel initially a little bit of discomfort through here, but the longer you hold it, the more it will desensitize and the tendon will get stronger. For those who are a little bit more game, I can recommend up to a minute. So anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute of holding this position. And the length of time that you hold it is the same amount of time that you rest. So if you hold 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds. In terms of injury prevention, if you want to prevent getting the same thing on the opposite side, you can do the same thing. So holding this 45 degrees, and this gives the other side time to rest as well. You're going to alternate between hands, 5 repetitions, so that's 5 times 30 seconds is the protocol that I recommend, and that is shown to decrease the symptoms for up to an hour after doing it. So you can do it before or as a warm-up for your workout program, and that way you can run through your program without as much pain. The movement that this tendon does, the ECU, is it only deviates. So you can do the same thing with the cable, but I'm just going to demonstrate with the band because it's exactly the same setup. So with a band, you're going to hold, keeping your elbow supported by your other hand, and you're just going to go to about 45 degrees and holding a little bit of tension through there. So same thing, 30 seconds to a minute on, 5 repetitions. Over time, you will start to add more tension. This is a very light TheraBand. Yeah, pretty straightforward. If you come in for the first session, those are the two exercises I would recommend. As the symptoms start to decrease, we start to move through active range of motion. So this is the next step forward. If you're in a lot of pain, we start to work on eccentrics first. So let's say ulnar deviation is a very painful movement for me. I would force ulnar deviation and then I would control the descent. And this is still working that same muscle and the same tendon, but the eccentric portion, you're up to 30% stronger. So it's a very safe movement to do, and it will help to improve recovery and strengthen that tendon. The band, what you can do is when there's no tension, get into this ulnar deviated position, take a couple steps forward so the tension increases, and then just slowly decreasing and controlling that eccentric portion. You want to go for anywhere between 5 to 10 seconds, so 7 seconds is a nice sweet spot. Again, ulnar deviate, walk out, and then slowly go back like that. Once you get comfortable in this position, then you can start to do active range of motion. So here, coming down and up, and you should feel a little bit of tension on that wrist through there. Depending on your goal, I would recommend 20 repetitions to start with. So 20 is an endurance range of motion or endurance parameters. If you're getting pain with your day-to-day life, usually 20 reps is good to just strengthen it so you don't get pain. Starting off with 20 reps, and then as you get less pain, you can start to play with the protocol. So that would be anywhere from 8 to 20 reps is a safe place to be. Starting off with 2 sets, you don't want to overload your system. Remember, it's a load dependent issue. So start with 2 sets of 20, and then as you get better, you increase the weight. On a deviation, active range of motion. And then if you step on the band, or again, using the cable machine, you can run through active range of motion of your wrist, working on wrist extension like that. Same thing, 2 sets of 20. Here's a bonus exercise. So a lot of people don't really work on supination. So especially with the modern age, everyone's, typey. You're in this pronated position the whole time. It can lead to weakness through your supinator muscle. And this is a muscle that actually holds everything in your forearm together. So I've found that with a lot of patients, if you train supination, and this is for anyone with wrist pain as well as elbow pain, it has significantly decreased their symptoms. So holding a band or a cable, palm up, and then coming back down. Same thing, 20-ish reps as a nice controlled movement. And this has to be one of the best stabilizing exercises I can recommend for anyone with elbow and wrist pain. So might as well add it to the protocol. It's not specific to that muscle, but it will help as well. If you're still getting a lot of pain, there are ways to decrease symptoms. So if you come out to the clinic, we can do specific techniques like needling, massage, electrical therapies. Otherwise, you can do taping as well. So there is a video on this page of how to tape your wrist if you are getting this ulnar-sided wrist pain, and it will give you relief to let you do the exercises that will actually help you get through. If this video helped you at all, please leave a like and consider sharing this video to someone to help them reduce their wrist pain as well. Otherwise, if you want to help and sponsor and donate to the channel, there is a link to PayPal. Anything helps. So hope you have a good day and hope that wrist pain goes away. We'll see you soon.